Okay, now I'm just going to talk about tools a little bit. Caulk guns. This one is a ratcheting caulk gun, which means when you're using it, you'll hear that. That's ratcheting, and I'm sure it's very fancy. This is a more traditional operating mechanism, but they both have hooks now, so you can hang it on the ladder, and they both enable you to cut the tip of the caulk with the caulk gun. Here's the other thing that is fabulous, is this. So you have to cut the caulk tube, we'll show you that, and then break the seal inside, and this is built in. So I'm going to do cutting with this new fancy mechanism.
Shows that little
okay.
Camera,
So there's a spout cutter here, and like I said, I've been using like a box cutter my whole life, but we're stepping up. The thickness of the tip, you'll know, you're gonna get some understanding as you work with it. But if you make the hole too little, you're not going to get good coverage, and you're going to have to go over and over again. But you want to start out with a little hole. Here's the cheap way to do it. Start out with the little hole and do the little gaps. And then you're going to do the bigger honking ones, and you're going to cut a bigger hole. And then, remember that poker thing I told you about? I'm going to take this and poke the caulk through. And you'll know you've got it because it's wet at the bottom. The way this works is when you put a new tube of caulk in here, this handle is sticking out all the way. Otherwise, there's just not enough room. So there's this round disc here, and that's what pushes the caulk. So that goes in like this and right there, and then you start pushing. Say you want to use silicone caulk for whatever reason, or you're going to put caulk right up next to glass and you want it to be a nice, really clean edge. You can't really get a visibly clean edge on glass with a rag. So what we've done is we've put the tape up already on that transom, and we'll caulk that so you can see how that works. If you were doing silicone caulk, you do two sides with the painter's tape. You put the bead on, you tool it, and then when the caulk is dry, and silicone only takes 3 or 4 hours, you just peel the tape off and you've got a really nice clean edge. Basically, the purpose of backer rod is to save you from caulking all the way to China. So if you have a big gap, you take the backer rod and push it in. We'll do this over there. So I just picked a size for this. I just eyeballed it, and I'm just tucking it in underneath here, and it gives a surface for the caulk to meet. If you start pushing caulk into a hole and there's nothing behind it, you're just gonna, well, you don't want to use tube after tube of caulk. 1, because it's a waste and it's not doing anything. 2, we've got more important things to do with our time.